There we go. I'm live. Okay. I don't expect this ever to be seen because, for one thing, it's what, like 4:06 a.m. I'm in Louisiana and nobody's on, nobody subscribed. I just needed to do some talking. Um, let's go back 3 years. 3 years ago, my wife had a stroke. Oh, no, we'll back up. I'm 58 years old. My wife and I have one son. He's off at college now, 21 years old. Amazing kid. Um, 3 years ago, my wife and I were talking about divorce because, I mean, we've just become basically friends. There's no intimacy left. I mean, I care for her as a friend. She feels the same way about me. So we were looking into it, and then she had a stroke, major stroke. The whole left side of her body is affected. Her left arm feels just sits here up on her like this. Well, maybe a little bit lower. I'm going to lower the webcam a little bit. I'm trying to get it. I don't think you'll ever be able to see the whole shirt unless I do this. We'll get to that in a minute. Too much light, maybe? Let me see. Yeah. I think I changed the color of the light. Try something. Well, that's better. I don't think you see me better anyway. And up with this again. Because I want my whole face as much as possible. Anyway, 3 years ago, my wife and I were talking about divorce, and she had that major stroke. I've been faithful to her. I'd been faithful to her at that time, all through those years. And after she had the stroke, I took care of her. I made sure she's in a nursing home. It's a nice one. Of course, she was upset at first, but she realized that's where she needs to be because they'll take care of her. I printed out 75 pages of paperwork and brought it up there so they could send it in to Medicaid. She's on Medicaid, and everything's taken care of now. She got a disability check for $11,000, which I don't know. I guess they applied in her name or something, but it went to the nursing home, and I don't get any of it, which I don't think is right, but that's the past. Anyway, so she's been in the nursing home for 3 years now. About a year and a half into this thing, we've been talking. I just haven't had the money or gotten around to do it. We're still getting the divorce eventually this year. I'm got to figure out how to save up money, do whatever I got to do it. But anyway, about a year and a half ago, I got on the black hole known as Grinder. Yes, Grinder, for those of you who don't know, is a gay. Some people will say dating app. No. Well, I guess you could find somebody to date on there. It's mostly for hookups, and because I was finding myself attracted to men. No, not gay, bisexual. I still like women too. I'll get back to that. But anyway, and after a while, I did invite one of the guys over. I'm gonna get a little graphic here. I invited him over, and he came over, and he's what does he call it? A submissive top, which is kind of odd. I'll get what a submissive top is even if you're gonna be bottoming for him, but you're gonna be in control, basically. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So, like I said, he and I sat on the couch and talked for probably 20 minutes. I don't even know about what. And I said, I sent him a phone number, so he texted me because he'd tell me now, and he might text me. He likes to text me. I'm not going to do anything. You have to take charge or something like that. So I grab his hand and take him upstairs. We both get naked, and the first thing I do is perform oral sex on him. I mean, with no hesitation. Yeah. Now, uh, he couldn't uh, ejaculate from anal sex. I mean, oral sex. Excuse me, oral sex. But being hard, and that time we just fooled around a little bit. That's the only thing we did. Just a little fooling around. No actual sex other than unless you want to count oral sex. Um, the second time we were together, we tried. He tried topping me. Okay, we're going to go into terms. Top is topping. A top is the person. That doesn't mean that you necessarily be on the top position. They're the one in control. They're the one that's doing the penetrating. Topping means they're penetrating the other person. The person receiving is the bottom, and I'm definitely a bottom. Or well, I'll get into this in a minute. Anyway, the second time we were together, we tried anal, and it was hurting. Couldn't do it. Third time, I don't know what happened. I was more relaxed, maybe enough loop. Boom. And I will say this gay sex is amazing. For those of you who don't know, there's about 2 inches into your rectum, we'll call it the rectum for this, is what they call the prostate. It's a little gland up there. If you can find someone, well, you can do it yourself with your finger, which is a little harder. I'm fat, it's hard for me to reach. I'm old, it's harder for me to reach back there and slip my finger up my ass, but I can reach it with dildos. If you can hit that, what they call the prostate, it is extremely pleasurable. We have what they call mind orgasms. In fact, if I'm being penetrated, uh, I don't get erect. Of course, that may be because I wasn't on ED meds, which I've gotten Cialis now. And anyway, like I said, the third time he topped me, and I I found out I'm a screamer. I yell. Luckily, I don't have any close neighbors, but it was good. And in the past year and a half since we've been together, I think we've had. I consider him a friend with benefits, but he doesn't have the libido I do. So I have to talk him into it. It's really just, and then I also hate to say it, but he's a one note pony. Just doom, 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 doom. Never speeds up, never slows down. Just one, just boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's not bad, but I think I've been with two other guys since then. One, two, yes. One was a younger guy than me. We did 69 or multiple oral, however you want to put it. He came in my mouth. I didn't even know it. He said he did. He said he came in my mouth. I didn't taste it. I didn't notice it. But when he did, he bit my dick. And he was sorry. He said he didn't do it on purpose. And he's trying to get it again, which, I might, but I doubt it. And then the third one was another guy. Like I'm 58. I don't remember exactly, but he's close to my age. We talked online. He was able to come over. Went back to the bedroom. We did some kissing, some foreplay. Both, performing all on each other, touching each other. It was a little more intimate because we spent a good bit of time on foreplay. And then he said, "Do you want me to fuck you?" And I said, "Yeah." And he put on a condom. My friend with benefits doesn't use a condom, but both of us get tested every 3 months. And he will use condom. We're not exclusive, so if we get a thing, either of us gets with anybody else, we're using condoms. So this guy puts on the condom, and he had a reasonable size cock, and yeah, he fucked me, but it was better. I'd love to get with him again. That was ugh. Anyway, to more recent. It's been a little while since I've hooked up because, okay, I moved. In that time, I've moved this place that you're seeing me in. My mother bought for me. It's a brand new 2025. It's 2025, but it's brand new trailer. And put it in the trailer park where I'm living now. I like it out here. The only thing is, It's owned by my stepfather. And him and my mother will drive through here occasionally just to check on things. And my mother told me the other day that maybe we have neighbors, if they see, sometimes they'll be, if they see people driving up in here late, because it is a private subdivision. It doesn't have a gate, but the roads, everything's privately owned. And my mom was taking me to work the other day. I have a scooter, an electric scooter. I don't have any more cars. I wrecked 2 cars in a row within a month, so I can't even afford the insurance. So I have an electric scooter. I'm a mile and a half away from my work, and it works. But sometimes sometimes it rains, and I'll have to get a ride. So Luana's giving me a ride the other day. It wasn't raining, but there was a chance of it, so we just decided to go over and put the scooter in the back truck, back of the trunk, so I could, scooter home at the end of the night if it wasn't raining. Anyway, one of the things she said to me, well, this is after she's found out that I'm bisexual, which I'll get to again. But the other day we were driving out here, she said, you got a nice neighborhood here, and you've got all these neighbors, and they keep an eye watch out for everybody. They've even called the police on strange cars. I'm like, fuck. If I want to get laid, I gotta have a strange car come up. Anyway, so was it a month? Oh, my neck popped. Month and a half ago, I have my friend with benefits had been coming over, and my mom saw his car over here. Well, the first time I said, it was just DoorDash. Well, you think it's that long? And I said, well, that's all it was. We just talked for, I didn't know how to talk to anybody, which I will. And I just talked to him too much. Okay, well, then she noticed it was over here again. And she came over, and we had a talk, and I came out to it. And it went about as well. No, it didn't go as well. I knew she wouldn't be accepting, but I thought I still thought it would turn out differently. I thought it would turn a little more positive. First thing I said, Mom, I said, that's a guy I've been seeing because I'm bisexual. And she looks at me and goes, oh, you're going to hell. And we had a big argument. I tried to keep her calm. And now what's happened is she owns this trailer. It's in her name because of the divorce. Once I go through the divorce, she'll put the trailer in my name. That's changed now. The trailer's going to change in my name. It's going to be in my name until I die. Then you're going to your name and you can do whatever the hell you want. Or I don't know the exact way she said it. So basically, she's holding it over me that she'll kick me out of my own home if I don't come straight. Well, right now, as far as she knows, I'm doing the right thing. I've got a book called Jesus Calling, which has got Bible verses and crap in it. I'm reading one every day. I don't even memorize it because I even think about it. That's what she wants. Going to church on Sundays with a hand and telling her I'm praying. Because that's another thing. Before this, I've lost my faith. I was a Christian, but I just don't believe it anymore. I can't believe in a God who would send me to hell, but just the person I love happens to be male. I can't control who I love. For those who say God didn't make you that way, well, I don't care that God didn't make me. I believe in a creator. I do believe in a creator, but I don't believe that I'm more agnostic now. And that was bad enough. And then, like I said, when I told her, it's bisexual, and she told me I've got to quit this shit. That's not who you are. Well, I've done some thinking. I may end up getting kicked out of this place because it is who I am, and I'm hiding it from her now. She knows I've got this, but she doesn't know what it is. I consider this. It's red, blue, and pink. I mean, red, blue, and purple. It's kind of my nod towards my bisexual side. Of course, I got this shirt, but I don't wear that out in public yet. I have another shirt that says "Can't Think Straight" with the bisexual colors across it. That's a little more, a little less noticeable. But anyway, I've done a lot of thinking. I'm going to get my divorce this year, and I'm going to find another place to live. This is until what I'm going to try to do is stay here, and I know this ain't going to go down well. I'm going to tell my mom that I'm going to finish the divorce this year. I'll tell her that I'm going to finish the divorce this year, and when I do, I want her to put the trailer in my name. And then, as much as I hate to tell her, she's going to have to either accept me or get out of my life for my mental health, because this shit is. I'm sitting here talking to nobody right now. Basically, talk to myself, which I do. I talk to myself all the time, and I've sat in the shower, just hot water blowing on me and crying. I thought suicide, but I'll be honest. I know there's no way I'll ever commit suicide. I can't do that. I mean, but I thought about it, but I can't do that. But I understand why the LGBTQ people, well, the community commit suicide so much. People just aren't accepting enough. I'm in the South. I'm in fucking Louisiana. What I'd really love to do, and I don't know how I'll ever be able to do this, is get out of this. Just get out of here. Get away from my mother. Live on my own. Find a boyfriend or shit. I don't know. I don't plan on having real relationships. If it happens, it happens. I'll hook up with whoever I want to. If I want to get laid, I'll get laid, and it won't make a difference. This place had 2 gay bars. This is West Monroe, Louisiana. Podunk of Louisiana. Well, I guess all Louisiana Podunk. But anyway, there were 2 gay bars, but COVID shut them down. The guy that owned one of them was on Grinder. So I said, hey, you think they'll ever have another gay bar here in this area? He says, doubtful. So the only way to hook up basically is through apps, or hope that somebody you see in town can figure out that you're gay or bi or whatever. Oh, lordy. But I mean, this has caused me so much stress. Like, it's 4:23 in the morning. I was tired as hell. I took a shower, laid down, and I just couldn't sleep. That's why I'm doing this. Like I said, the main thing is for my mental health. I'm gonna have to start, and it's gonna tear my mother apart. And I don't know what I'm gonna do financially, where I'm gonna live or anything if she takes this place from me. But I've got to do this for me. I've got to. I've got to be. I've got a relative. I'm not going to put her on there, but I've got a relative. She's lesbian, gay, whatever you want to call it. And I was chatting her on Facebook chat, and she's basically said the same thing I do. You're 58 years old. You need to take care of yourself and learn to love yourself. I agree. I need to do what's. I've been under my mother's thumb for too long. That's, I think, the main problem. I've always relied on my parents too much. I need to rely on myself, and it's going to be hard for me. Well, I guess that's about it for now. I'm going to try and go get some more sleep. Catch y'all later. Whatever.